All right, I think we're live, and welcome back, you Inglorious Bastards and magnificent bitches. It is I, Doc Camo, and we're no longer in the Jeep, but this is my thought of the day, and I wanted to try and do something a little bit different, spice it up the screen a little bit, as you can see. We're not recording it in the Jeep; we're in the living room in front of the computer, but I want to do a much more long form podcast like content for my thoughts today, or at least make them more than 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes a piece. I want at least 30 minutes, maybe an hour, for each piece of content because I just want to give more for you guys, and I want to turn it into something rather than just me ranting in my Jeep. I gotta grow my beard. It's hard to keep clean. If anybody has any advice on how to do that, let me know in the comments below. So I got some notes, and you can see by the title and what it's written up at the top that we're going to be talking about the Great Reset. And yeah, so the Great Reset. We're going to be talking about this idea that the world needs to be reset because it's just falling apart or whatever. Even though in a lot of the science, they could tell that we've probably reached the point of no return. So what's the point? I don't know. But the Great Reset, forcing a reset of the global economies on people. That is what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm sure it has some merits, but it sounds completely unethical to me. I don't think we have the right to like force that type of shit on people. I really don't. It's just crazy. Like that every time we try to force the will on people, it never ends well. It goes horribly wrong. But before we get into this, I want to ask you to please like, share, subscribe, give a review on whatever platform that you're watching this on or listening it on. We're down in all of these. We're banned off of Facebook and we're banned off of Twitter, but we're still on all of these, and we're on most of the audio platforms: Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. There's a bunch of them. There's like 8 or 9, 10 of them. We're Amazon. So yeah, just leave a review, leave a like. Just it really helps boost us in the algorithm to make sure that we don't get lost in the sauce, and you guys really can get the content that we give here to you guys because it's important. We're trying to give you information. We're not perfect. We're evolving, but there's a lack of transparency. There's a lack of like giving people information and seeing both sides, or a lack of allowing people to make up their own mind. Like, because I might think this Great Reset's a bad idea, but you might not, and you are entitled to have that opinion. I just hope that you actually get the information so you can make that decision for yourself. Because otherwise, what the hell are we doing here? Like, that's what we should be sharing information for. We should be doing that. We should be sharing information with each other because that's what the internet's main function is. That's what social media's main function is. That's why we have the information in the palm of our hands. The entirety of human information is in the palm of your hand. Well, I mean, there's some people keep things classified, but we've been working on that. My dog keeps bugging me because she always bugs me when I'm doing things like this. But we need to do better as a whole, as a society, banding together and doing that, coming together and actually sharing and helping people view the world. So, like, I do this for you, and you can help us by doing that. And if you really, really want to help, you can go to the website and whatnot, and in the description below is go to our Patreon subscribe star, and you can $5 a month. You get early access instead of hearing the podcast, watching the podcast on Monday at 9 p.m. You can watch it on Saturday by 9 p.m. And we're doing digitally. We're working diligently to get that up on the website, um, so you can just watch it early straight from there. We have been working on updating the website. There's a terms of use and a privacy policy again, and we rearranged the front area the homepage a bit to show some featured posts. I hope it helps you guys get the content easier. Um, all right, now with all those pleasantries, with all those necessities out of the way, because I'd like to take some time to tell you a little bit about me. I keep calling myself Doc Camo. No, I'm not a doctor. I was a medic in the United States Army. I think I've said that a couple of times. And Doc was just the moniker the soldiers give you when you're a medic. I served in both Iraq and Afghanistan. I was injured in Afghanistan, where I was medically retired and honorably discharged as a sergeant in the United States Army. Upon getting out, I was married. I went to school, trying to better my life, use my GI Bill, and I learned about climate change and the Earth because I thought that was a big problem because that's what I mean, it is a problem, but it's not like they tell you it is. And then, yeah, so they tell me that you need to pay all these carbon taxes and shit like that. But from what I learned, it's consumption, 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 consumption. Like it's not, you can't tax me, you can't tax this problem and fix it. So it's beyond fair. But focusing on school kind of ruined my marriage. Kind of fell on hard times, and I'm getting back into thick things, and when I've always had a interest in like what was going on in the world, politics and news and things like that. I always pay attention. That was one of the things that my wife didn't like, because I never, my ex-wife, I never unplugged. So I figured I'd use that deficit and turn it into an advantage or a benefit, and produce something like news or something for you guys. And that's where we came up with the thought of the day and the That's a Point podcast and such. I also have a gaming channel, which is gaming, but gaming's hard to break into, and it's more of a pastime at this point because I don't play games nearly as much as I used to. I'm writing a book. I can't say much about that now because it's a new project. I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while, but I've only recently really started sitting down to write it. So like, there'll be more to come for that here in the coming times. And yeah, so like that's what's going on here with Doc Camo and us here. Ken's gonna get into more writing, get more articles up on the website because he writes little like opinion pieces and stuff. So if you want to read and check those out, you can check there, and the website will be down below in the description at that'sonpoint.com. That'sonpoint.squarespace.com. We're gonna learn on maybe getting a domain, but right now we're doing this all for free. There's just two of us. We really like barely get any money. I think we've made $10 this entire few months. So anything really helps.